Hi, everybody. Welcome, everybody coming into the chat. Okay, yes, I am going to do a general reading for you guys. So make sure that you guys are familiar with my legal disclaimer. It is in the description box below. But by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself and being responsible for yourself with any of the information being channeled. Be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes gatekeeping, shadow banning, and copywriting of my messages for YouTube. Everything said on this platform is copyrighted, so don't steal messages from God and the Holy Spirit. Okay, now we're going to do, welcome in, Lilith. Welcome in, everybody coming into the chat. So we're going to do just a revamping of the prayer. So I ask as I call upon God's grace, the light of God and the glory of God and the heavenly host armies to assist us today. I also ask that the Most High God continue to order our steps when dealing with anything in the psychic realm or the spiritual realm. And I ask that all of the archangels be with us now. Please form a circle around us of protection and light and love and block out anyone or anything that would be evil or try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective. And I pray for all of my subscribers. So make sure that you guys subscribe as you come into the chat. Okay, so I ask now as I call upon God's favor to give us the full armor of God for protection during our life's mission and work here on the earth. I'm eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers, and thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles. In your holy name, Lord my God, I give gratitude and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence and meditate upon your divine will. All right. So we're using the Witch's Tarot. And just in case you guys like these decks, because I actually have found that a lot, at first I wasn't into like the off brands of tarot, basically not the Rider Waite, which is the originals, which is what I use all the time on my other platform. I'm starting to like these different themed tarot decks, like the Twin Flame one. I like a lot. So anyways, this one I haven't used very much, but it's the Witch's Tarot, and it's got great pictures on it. So, all right, let's see what's coming in. So for this month, right? For this month, okay. We are in May. The energies of May are all about fruiting, blossoming, and growth. Okay, so April showers, like the rain, and you can look at rain as being spirit. I look at any form of water as being spirit, basically. To me, it represents spirit. It also represents love. So the what you were watering in May, or I'm sorry, in April, like April showers bring May flowers, is basically providing this growth that's taking place in the month of May. And it's almost what happens on the year to year basis. But specifically for your life, you're going through a lot of changes right now, and a lot of growth is happening. Even if it seems like you're not making huge steps forward, I'm here to tell you that every step that you take is a big step. Okay. So again, I will encourage you to take baby steps towards your goals, and always ask yourself, is this the best thing for me? Like if you're working for a degree, if you're going to college, if you're going to school, always be asking yourself what's the most compatible. I have to do that with food, like, and other stuff like that, just so I don't get poisoned and stuff. But I have food allergy problems. But yeah, like always asking yourself, okay, do I get this vegetable? Do I get this vegetable? Do I get this fruit, or do I get this fruit? When you start creating a conversation with yourself, you're opening up for guidance to come through and for your intuition to start working on its own. And when you do that, you start listening to yourself, then all of the things that you're being guided towards, you're going to become aware of, right? And I feel like, so I feel like Vidushi Gupta. Sorry if I butchered that. I really feel like this month you're having an awakening happening spiritually with your gifts, and then also with the way you articulate yourself. Look at this. This is so funny. The first card I pulled for you guys in the other reading I just did was strength, but this is another strength. Whatever this is that you're working on is going to be like a superpower to you. Also, you could have a superpower coming in. See this infinity sign above her head? I don't know if you can see it. It's like really light. That basically shows me that you have infinite power, infinite strength, and infinite control over yourself. You also are tapping into the infinite, right? So this is a good thing. So this is a collective reading because he was asking a general reading. So this is applying to everybody so far with the strength card coming out, which is very, very awesome because strength, people see you as a strong person and they see you as somebody that is valuable. The Chariot, wow, very fast moving energy. Now, this is what I think of when I see it. When I think of a chariot, I definitely think of this type. So this is a fast moving energy. This also talks about victory over illness. So I don't know if you guys, if any of you were facing any type of physical condition or difficulty, but I'm picking up that you guys are getting success over that. Yeah, it is applicable to everybody in the chat. It could be, even a way of thinking that you're having a victory over. But this is fast moving power. Also, the Chariot is here to help you get your message to others. I feel like you guys do have a testimony and you have your own personal messages that come from the divine. Temperance. Look at that. Beautiful angel of balance. So you have strength, Chariot, and temperance. Okay, so there could be some type of, you could have been in the past investigated and now this investigation is done because people are seeing you as this temperance person, right? Yeah, they're seeing you as somebody that knows basically when to invest and when not to invest. That's what I'm specifically getting. So you guys could be like literally learning how to balance your own energy. See how she's got water flowing between those two cups? She's basically trying to balance this water. And those two cups to me represent the new age of Aquarius. So as you shift and transition into this new phase of life, things are going to be looking a little bit different for you. You're going to have a lot more people on your side, right? A lot more people. And I also feel like, other people are seeing the strength that you hold. Ace of Wands. Yeah, you guys, protection from the universe. Look at that. Butterflies may be a powerful symbol to you. They represent dance and transformation, metamorphosis, right? Beautiful energy, you guys. And also the Ace of Wands, like, why am I seeing a maypole? Does that not look like a maypole with the strings coming off of it? Like how they would grab the strings and go around the maypole? So anyways, this is a good time for expansion. This is a very good time for expansion. You may have felt a little restricted in the winter months. Also, Vidushi, I feel like you may specifically have some type of seasonal depression. It's like when winter comes, kind of gets you down, but then when spring comes back around, you start to come out of it. I feel like the more that you integrate the seasons into your life and when you're in whatever season, appreciating it, not wishing it to be another season, this is really going to help you guys. Who is this character in my DP? I don't know what that means. I don't know what DP means. Yeah, I'm not for sure. But the good thing about the Ace of Wands is it's a good time to begin new projects. So starting it in the month of May is starting your project in the month of May is going to really propel your future, Oh, display picture. Yeah, I don't know what character. I just have a backdrop. That's about it. But actually I have this tarot mat that's like a cheat sheet, kind of like a quick read guide, but I don't use it very often. So this is what I'm seeing is that what you begin this month is going to really become popular over the summertime. Oh, display picture. Wanted to ask Lilith. Okay, I got you. Cool. So let me get one more card for this one. question. I do feel like this applies to everybody, though. Whatever you plant in the month of May is going to be successful, as long as you're planting things that are in the upright. But I see that that's what's happening here. You also may be getting to go on a vacation. Look at that, journey by water. You could end up getting, winning a cruise, or watching like a seminar to get a cruise, something like that. I don't know if you've applied for anything, but look at that cruise, 5 of Cups. Okay. So this, whatever this doubt that you've had about your life thus far, you're walking away from this. And again, this shows me a siren right here. You could have been being led astray in the past, but what I'm seeing here is that you've walked away from whatever this doubt was that was keeping you from beginning your projects or your studies or whatever this is. I also get that somebody may be in regret about you having this success and you getting to bring your knowledge to the forefront, if that makes sense. So they're having to walk away from even being jealous of you, because, you know, their jealousy doesn't have it. There's no point to it. Queen of Pentacles. So you may end up coming into contact with a Queen of Pentacles that drastically changes your life. This is somebody who has stability. They also have good energy. This person's going to help you get your message to other people. And it's going to help you walk away from the life of feeling like, welcome everybody coming into the chat, feeling like that you're keeping yourself back is what I'm getting. So again, a lot of you guys this spring and this summer are going to be meeting your divine pairs, like your other halves. And when you do this, your entire life is going to change, right? It's kind of wild, but really good energy. Okay, so yeah, so your life and your career, basically continue to sow the seeds you're sowing, water them, and then you're going to reap the harvest, basically. Okay. Does anybody else have a question? But yeah, expansion, growth, and then you meeting your goals. That's what's going to happen. Okay, thank you. So I will look and see if I can find the question. Hopefully they're still in here. Yeah, I'm not seeing a question. Let's see. Okay. Okay, Bendongi would like to know about career growth. Thank you. Thank you. I'm like looking through the questions and it's like, oh. Okay, so, or the comments, I mean. Okay, V, let's talk about your career growth. So this is something that you're spending so much time worrying about. I really feel like you're in hermit mode right now. This hermit mode is teaching you how to go within and access that sacred knowledge at this time. And oh, it is, yeah, very nice for a meaningful Indian name. I definitely don't know what it means, but I like it. I like the energy that it holds. You know that Sanskrit is like the most holiest language that there is. And I just like it because like they don't have really negative words in it. So imagine if we would have created a language but didn't have any negativity in it. That would be cool. So yeah. Is war happening in Rajasthan? Wow. Okay. I'll look at that in a little bit. So yeah, this hermit energy that you're in, V, is helping you access that inner life so that you can bring it to the forefront. I don't know if you're developing something or if you're studying, but you may have a mentor or somebody that's teaching you about healing. And you also may have somebody that's teaching you about business. Because I do 7 of Pentacles. This is a major turning point in your finances. See the pentacles on that tree. Anytime we're dealing with pentacles, we're talking about usually money. Also, I'm seeing that you may have land. There may be something about land. I don't know if you're going to find money on this land. But yeah, the 7 of Pentacles is you going within, finding out the issue behind whatever this, it feels like the energy of poverty, but you're not impoverished. So it's like maybe going in and finding the gratitude for everything that you do have, because the Seven of Pentacles talks about a turning point in your career, which means it just is showing me that what you have sown, what you have buried, what you're growing, you're actually going to reap the reward for that, right? And soon, because something is coming in pretty quickly. It's coming in, but you're accessing it from going within yourself. The Wheel of the Year. So that's funny. Instead of having the Wheel of Fortune card, they have the Wheel of the Year. So yeah, this is a good sign. A turning point in your luck, and in a turning point, maybe you were suffering from bad karma in the past or something, but this Wheel of the Year is turning things to be in your favor. I'm seeing two female energies that are up under judgment for something they did to you. I don't know who these people are. Maybe they did something to your family. I don't know. That's weird. Why is that coming through, God? Are these people that are a part of the family? No, they're not. I don't know who these two people are. Hmm. Well, we'll see if it reveals it, if it's even important, or if it's just for you to know that there were two people that were trying to ride this wheel. Maybe they wanted you to sign another yearly contract with like a nursing agency or something. I don't know what this is. I don't know who these two people are. But you had two female energies that were trying to hold you back, actively, like trying to hold you back. They're trying to keep you away from something that's already yours. That's why I was like, does that have to do with land or inheritance or something? You're going within and finding that inner knowledge and the light that you need to get out of the dark night of the soul. And I like that. The Four of Swords. So again, this is definitely like I said, that female energy. Somebody's more and more everyday dissatisfied. They're unhappy with, I just heard conquest, that they weren't able to have a conquest over you. Also, these people could be having, these two women could end up getting fired or something. I don't know if they worked for your family or whatever. I don't know what this is, but this has already happened, right? Yeah, these two people have already came in and tried to strike like a serpent, and you're still in the Wheel of Fortune. So I'm definitely not worried about you having success. Ace of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune to the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you are being gifted, a divine inheritance. This Ace of Pentacles is coming from the Most High God. And also somebody was wanting to fight you over this shit. Why do people think that they can do that? Because basically God gave it to you. So if they want to take it away from you, they need to go to the one that gave it to you and argue with that. Because from what I'm seeing, your book of life shows that you're going to go through a positive year cycle, year 2025, 2026. And that also you're going to be coming into an Ace of Pentacles, which is a lot of financial growth. So the Six of Wands, public fame and recognition, honor, and all of that good stuff, being seen by others, being recognized by others, being acknowledged. So you could be stepping into a position of authority. You guys could be passing exams. You could be studying really hard. I feel like you guys are going to pass. You just need to really, really buckle into your study, right? Eight of Wands. So these female energies, there is two of them. It's an ending for them. They're extremely, like the Eight of Wands, that's like being at a crossroads, but it's also being very burdened by something. So these people carry around burdens and a lot of negative karma with them. I don't know if these people are witches. I'm trying to figure out how they know you. Somehow they know about this Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Pentacles. Like I said, these people, oh my God, these two females, that whatever they did to you and your family, they fucked up. They're, like I said, they're up under judgment for something, and you're over here winning. You're about to win big time. And these people are literally up under judgment because of this Five of Pentacles energy that they carry around with them is like poverty and homelessness. I'm wondering if this is some type of spirit or something. Because it's seeing you coming into success and about to have an upgrade, and then these people want to come in and steal that shit. They want to take that upgrade. The Four of Pentacles. This is about your inheritance, yo. This is about what God gave you in overall, how you're going to use your skills and talents. If God gave you intelligence, if God gave you so many different gifts, I just feel like you're going to use this talent and whatever this inheritance is to help other people. And that is what sets you apart from others, is what I should say. So there was two female energies that were trying to stop you from having this, but they can't. They're in the Five of Pentacles for even attempting. This is why you don't play with people that Shiva loves. Literally, just don't mess with people's life that Shiva loves. When Shiva loves somebody, he's going to annihilate. This is why these people are being annihilated. Queen of Wands. Yeah. This Queen of Wands is one of those people. Definitely a starter of drama. This person could literally have a cat, but they don't have to. But I do feel like they do have a cat. Whatever they did, they're getting karma for it. Ace of Wands. This is so good. The Six of Wands and the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. This is you using your skill set and abilities to bring assistance and aid and basically light to other people. It's also about transformation, metamorphosis, growing, and becoming more self-aware, especially of the patterns that you're making in life. Let's see. Seven of Wands. Yeah. So these people are having to go a different direction. They're having to go a different way. Seven of Cups. So yeah, I am picking up on two feminine energies for you, V. I don't know who they are, but this Seven of Cups is about illusions. They're trying to paint some type of illusion around you. Maybe so that you believe something that's not true. I don't know. Let's get one more. Ace of Cups. Yes. Okay. So they want to create illusions around this Ace of Cups energy. So you had an Ace of Pentacles, an Ace of Wands, and Ace of Cups. It may really benefit you to look up the interpretations of those cards, because this is when you get a helping hand from the universe. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I love it. And whoever was trying to create the illusions, they're I don't know why I feel like they were going to be working for you, or they did work for you, or what that was about. But it's just jealousy, envy energy because of this public fame and recognition that you're going to come into, which means you're going to be recognized as a doctor or a saint or something positive. And these people just wanted to get in the way of that. So, okay, what is the next question? Hopefully that helped you. I guess it's always good just to become aware of stuff. You know what I mean? When you're not aware of it and you become aware of it, then you can do something about it. Ignorance is never bliss. I'm also tasting shrimp top ramen. I don't know why. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So thank you. Thank you, Lilith, so much. I'm like, so yeah, if you guys put multiple question marks, it's so much easier for me to see the question marks. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Okay. So how are the rest of the 20 days of the month looking for you? At times you feel grounded and you have the desire to get done with 4 subjects by the end of the month. I'm getting that 3 of these are going to be easier to complete. You got to begin working on it now. when your energy is surrounding it. Okay, so let's look at the Thoth deck and see what this says. So I'm getting that you're going to succeed, but 3 of these projects, whatever they are, they're going to be easier than the last one. So this fear that you're holding on to about things coming into ruin, you need to release that. That's something I'm getting right off the bat, that there is something that you feel like something about these situations could be ruined or could lead to ruin. That's definitely not something in the reality, but it is a fear that if you hold on to this fear, it will block you from getting these projects done, right? I do feel like you are mostly grounded, but what keeps happening is that somebody keeps tapping into your energy. And when they tap into your energy, they're stealing your stability. And that's your grounded energy. That's why you have to keep going and like getting basically grounded again. Okay, so we got to let go of the fear that we're not going to succeed and that we're not going to pass trials, tests, or exams or whatever. That is like doubt and fear is such. Thank you so much, Lilith. Yeah, guys, please make sure that you subscribe and like the video. But that is one of the most important things to understand, is that we can literally work against ourselves and we can block ourselves from being great. And we do that by, first of all, when you allow, when you don't, you need to call your, Shauna, you need to call your energy back to you, because you're basically allowing somebody else to tap into your energy field. I think that this is somebody that lives around you. I don't feel like this is a family member. I don't feel like they're a friend. Yeah, this person is very much a pleasure seeker. So you may know who they are by that, but they see you as divine. The Lovers, look at this. Is this a lover? Pleasure and the Lovers? My goodness. So that's a good sign, seeing those 2 cards next to one another. Wow. I think that when you call your energy and your power back to you, then you're going to learn your own energy, so that if this ever happens again where somebody tries to tap into it and you feel a tugging on your energy, okay, it could be your ex. Damn, this person needs to get out of your energy. So even with this person tapping into your energy, and maybe they're doing some type of sexual masturbation magic, I don't know what it is, but they definitely think about you and pleasure themselves, and they're definitely still in love with you. Damn, I wish this person would just go away, because you have somebody better coming in that's going to be pleasure and happiness like the majority of the time. So this is why I'm like, why won't this person just go away? God, please, God, make them go away. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So again, this is where you need to revoke your permission and consent and say, I don't give consent for anybody to tap in and utilize my energy without my permission, knowledge, or know abouts, because literally you just got somebody that just keeps latching on to your energy, and it's what's making you unstable. This person also like to seed you with doubts, basically put those seeds of doubts and those thoughts of doubts within you. And that's why I want this person gone from your energy. They do not need to come back from the past. Like, they can stay in the past, and you just need to revoke your consent and whatever invitation or anything like that this person, I would just be like, I don't give consent for you to steal my energy. And continue to say that, because when you're stating it to the universe is going to back you on that. Yeah, it's definitely your ex. But again, you need all of your energy to complete these projects. And so if this person keeps stealing from you, you might not. Yeah, this is what they want. They want to steal this fortune. I mean, these 3 cards right next to each other, pleasure, the Lovers, and fortune. This could very well talk about somebody that comes into your life that brings a lot of good luck, fortune, and peace, and success, and money. So this is what this person wants to steal from you. They're defeated. You're going to defeat them in this month. because you mastering your own energy and learning how to pull it back and call your power back and understanding it. Like if you are ever feeling an emotion and you don't know why you're feeling that emotion, I'm going to tell you that's not your emotion. Especially if you're asking yourself, why do I feel this way? And nothing comes forward. Like you can't, yeah, good. Not letting anybody tap into your energy where you can't figure out why it is you feel a certain way. That's usually not, then you ask, okay, is this even my energy or is this even my emotion? Usually it's this person projecting the way that they feel onto you because they want you to feel defeated. They want you to feel like you need to crawl back to them. You're never going back to this person. They need to let it go. I mean, truly, this person will never let it go, but they need to learn to let it go because God is going to come through and defeat this person, and they're going to look really stupid because you've got Empress energy. And look at this, you've got the star traits, star qualities coming forward. This person wanted that. They wanted to defeat your nurturing, mothering energy. Please, this person doesn't have the power. This person is just somebody that when they were with you, they dragged you backwards, and this person would try to drag you to hell. They don't want you being in the energy of self-serving. Yeah, they don't want you to be in the energy of the Empress because then you take care of yourself. It's divine feminine energy and you take care of others. Also, the star, the energy of the star, having star traits and star qualities and some type of hidden talent. Is this something that you haven't accessed yet? This could be acting. It could be directing. It could be something to do with the arts, but I'm definitely picking up on it here. This person doesn't want you to find out about the star quality that you have. Prince of Cups. A lot of love energy here. So yeah, surrounding your projects, you're going to defeat this person, but it will take learning your own energy. This Prince of Cups may be an offer that comes in. It seems like it's a low vibrational love offer. I feel like you're going to reject this love offer when it comes in. Yes, there you go. Yeah, any energy sent to me goes back to the sender. Yeah, absolutely. 3 times 3 times 3. Love and light I shall receive, but bad vibes are not for me. I love that mantra. That's so good. Oh my gosh. I do the one that goes, I return to thee that which has been sent to me by the power of 3. I return all negative energy. So we both got that same thing. We're doing that same kind of mantra. So yeah, this person's not going to be ready when you return all of the energy they've been sending you over the years. They're not going to be ready to deal with their own energy. Thank you. I love yours as well. Yeah, that's a great mantra. Seriously. Also, everything is always working out for me. Just continue to say that because in truth, everything is always working out for you, for your highest and best good, no matter what choice in life you make. Even though some experiences are unwanted experiences, they still teach you they basically teach you lessons, not like teach you lesson because you're bad, but they teach you lessons through going through life experiences, the good and the bad, so that you become a better creator, basically. So yeah, I feel like success is coming to you guys. It's just being patient and taking those baby steps each day. What do I need to do today to prepare me for when this project needs to be done? Oh, I need to turn the fan on. It like straight up gets hot all of a sudden in the afternoon in here. So yeah, this is having protections from the higher realms as well. And then I see this Princess of Cups. So we have the Prince of Cups, the Princess of Cups. Yeah, this is like energy that's very beautiful here. All of these cards are really awesome. I also get that you may be extremely fertile coming into this next month. So if you guys are sexually active, May is a month of pregnancy. It's when the animals mate, most of them anyways. But yeah, I do get a good vibe off the star card because I feel like this is something you haven't discovered about yourself yet, but you're about to. Yes, protection from the higher realms, and the cup energy is protecting your love. Look at this strength. I mean, well, still, you may meet somebody, literally. Strength. This is a good sign. Strength came out in the other deck like twice, I think. So there's definitely an emphasis on you being more powerful than this other person and you tapping into this power. So somebody is in the your strength is causing this other person that keeps trying to take your energy. It's causing them to be in the tower. You being this powerful person, this beautiful, powerful woman, is causing this other person to be in the tower, which is unfortunate. But this other person needs to learn that they need to leave you alone and focus on their own life, right? Instead of focusing on trying to get you back. So can we get a new story? Is this going to change? Yeah, this will change, but it's going to be, like I said, you getting to know your energy and kicking people out of it. Yeah, you're here to gain. This person is definitely got some evil eye going towards what is yours. Yeah, there's always a mention of your ex, which means this person should not be coming up this often in your energy, right? Which means you're doing something to get them out of your energy, but you're not keeping them out of your energy. And I don't know what this person's on, if it's black magic or what the hell they're doing, but they're definitely pleasuring themselves with the intent that, I mean, it's like they're focusing. It's kind of like sending a psychic attack, but it's just sending weird sexual energy because this person's thinking about you and only you and focusing on you really, really intensely while they pleasure themselves. So, and I hate to have to say that to you, that somebody's being weird like that, but they are. This is like, this person's just jealous. They've always been jealous whenever you got anything in life. Yeah. This person's always been jealous. Anytime you've had any strength or gain, here comes this person's envy trying to knock you down a peg or two. Yep, there you go. Send it out the door and throw it away. Also, this person thinks that you're going to be easily manipulated through lust. No, you're not. You're not a lustful person. This person was. Peace. Yeah, you're gaining peace in this time. So these people that, this ex that keeps wanting to send this evil eye shit, it's being returned to sender. You're just not a jealous and envious person. There's not you have peace within you. This is like what makes it so, your energy completely the opposite of this other person. Like I said, you're a magician and you can create peace within magically by just going within and asking yourself, okay, if this is not my energy, what do I need to do to return it to sender? Lilith's affirmation or mantra that she just put in the chat, anytime you pick up this person in your energy, I would just start doing return to sender and Psalm 91 every day until this person's completely removed permanently. And then asking maybe Archangel Michael to permanently remove this person because their evil eye it's not even strong. The frequency they're sending to you is not even that strong. But because you still have compassion or something like that, this person's playing on your compassion to try to stay in your energy because they need you as a lifeline because they don't have a connection to source. Yeah, this person has sacrificed themselves, the hangman. So that's definitely not your fault that you can't be sacrificed, this jealous ass person. They don't want any new lover coming in. That's what they're like trying to stop. But the pleasure and the lovers and the good fortune, you've already defeated this person. It's just a matter of keeping the devil out, right? Because every time that you sacrifice that devil energy and anything that goes along with it, which could be any form of toxicity, you're basically saying no to manipulation and moving forward. Yeah, quite immature for sure. The Chariot, this is a fast moving energy. So again, you could be being watched because you have spiritual gifts. That's one thing I did pick up with this good fortune. The Empress has a lot of abilities, and the Star is about seeing the future. So you may be able to predict things in your dreams, or you may have in the past predicted things in your dreams. So this person doesn't want you to dream so that you can't have access to your downloads. You don't think about much these days. Yeah. That's because this person's sending an energy so that you will not get the download that this person is the problem. They're just trying to cloak themselves. And the longer that you show mercy to this person, and I'm not saying not to be merciful, but you have to know when mercy is like, the correct tool to apply and when it's not. Because again, this person was not merciful with their janky evil eye. So it's just something to think about. And as you allow new people to enter into your reality, because I do see that happening, you're going to find greater peace and contentment. Okay, you guys, next question. Let's see. I think it was Lilith, wasn't it? Look into your ancestry on your biological father's side. Okay. All right, let's look into that. Well, I just heard the Knights Templar right off the bat. So you may have a connection. I don't know if you've done one of those, what is it, ancestry.com, where you basically trace your lineage and you go backwards. Have you done that? You may want to, it may benefit you. What I'm seeing for two different reasons. It may benefit you to do that for both sides of your family, just the ancestry too. Okay. Yeah, it may benefit you to look at the ancestry to see who you've been connected to in the past, but also to see where your genetics come from. And I'm saying that because I get that there could be that there's things in your diet that are missing, and if you were able to get these locations, you'd be able to look at what people eat in that area, and that would be something you could integrate into your diet. I'm seeing blackberries, I'm also seeing blueberries, and I'm seeing strawberries. So it may so berries may be yeah, you don't want to share your blood. Well, looking into your ancestry is just basically finding out where in the world you came from and all that good stuff. But it is going to give you some clues about, I just keep seeing berries. Like you may like berry salads, or you may love berries like that. But that's something that is really, really good for your genetics. I'm also hearing like hummus, couscous. Of course, if you have a nutritionist, always ask them before integrating new foods. But I do get that there's some type of grains that may be a little bit more healthy. I'm also picking up on tea, herbal teas. I don't know if you do drink herbal teas, then this is a confirmation to continue. I'm seeing jasmine tea. I'm also seeing peppermint tea. So those two may be. Peppermint's a great deterrent of a lot of negative energies. Like you can use peppermint tea to get rid of the evil eye. You have a crazy tea collection, so you are into teas. So yeah, that's another thing that's really helping you right now. I'm getting that turmeric may also be of assistance at this time, because I feel like if you're having any type of fogginess in your head, that it's, yeah, herbalism, that using turmeric will help clear that up. And so, yeah, I definitely feel like right now, well, your dad's side has spiritual abilities. So maybe your dad was very intuitive, or it could have been I don't know if your father had a brother, but I'm just picking up on a lot of masculine intuition. And, it may be that if you do an ancestry search, that you find out that your great, 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 great so-and-so was an active practicing like healer, guru, magician, something like that. Like you may end up finding that in your bloodline, or that somebody married a healer, practitioner. I'm seeing Dorian Gray. Like if you know about the story of Dorian Gray, he basically makes a wish, and when he makes this wish, the image of him. Okay, there's somebody that's painting Dorian Gray. When Dorian sees the picture of his young self, he makes a wish to stay young forever. And so as long as he doesn't look at the portrait basically ages for him. And so that picture changes, but Dorian's body stays the same. There may be some type of magic that is still in the bloodline that's attached to that, because I do get that that's an ancestor. I'm also getting that you may find that there was some connection to Transylvania, literally. That your family either had somebody that married in that was a gypsy, because I'm getting gypsy energy. So it would be very interesting to do, on your father's side, just a genetic search to see who the people, who their surnames were and stuff like that, to find out a little bit more, because I do get that there's bloodline gifts that you're accessing. You do look pretty young for your age. So yeah, that energy, that magic is still trickling down. Of course, Dorian Gray saw his own picture and ended up becoming like the picture, which was like a bag of dust or some shit, But that experience still enchanted your bloodline. The Hermit, like I said, you could have a whole line of people that were hermits, that were like healers, that were people that, I don't know any other way to say, what are the people that heal general communities of people and using natural remedies. I really feel like, also I'm getting that there may be some cooking skills that come from the father's line as well. So you could have had somebody that was really, really talented chef at some point. And then I just heard opera singer. So you may love to sing there. You may find that literally you're related to like an opera singer. And I'm getting kind of an energy of Spanish energy, French energy. It's kind of like a melting pot of different European energies and mixed with some other type of, I don't know if it's Middle East or Asian or some type of energy. But yeah, you've got quite a bit. This Prince of Cups just shows me that you had some type of lifetime where you were actual royalty. So yeah, you definitely had a lifetime where you were around the Buddha. So back in that time, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but a lot of good karma comes from that lifetime. Yeah, you're still royal. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. A lot of this good karma, this good dharma that's coming in, which is going to literally, that you're the magician. Like I was saying, your ancestors were these magician people. They were healers, they were doctors, they were physicians, and they were people that would treat the general public. But literally, you may find that you're connected to, somebody that was of royalty, because that's what I get with the prince energy. Wasn't Buddha a prince? Maybe you were a relative to Buddha. I mean, that's past life, but it's still coming through the bloodline. So it's in the physical. I mean, that would be wild, because there's a lot, just like so much good karma coming in from that lifetime. Indolence. So literally, you may feel that, your father's side is a little bit lazy, or maybe they have a relaxed life. I'm getting that this laziness is more of it's just a lack of motivation. This is definitely an external energy that's like tried to stop the fathers. Okay, so this has to do with some type of generational thing. Has to do with trying to stop the fathers from being in this magician energy. It does sound crazy wild, but it's actually, this is positive. So it could be that this lazy energy, it's like indolence is like laziness. This is something that's been either slandered about your family, or they tried to push onto your family at some point. Or maybe they're saying that because your family used magic in the past, that they were magicians, that they were lazy because they used magic to do everything. I think that's just coming from somebody that's looking at your bloodline with lust. Success. So literally, like I said, that people could have persecuted your father's line in the past for being magically successful and not having to put forth the same effort as their father and their father and their father, right? But I don't feel that you're a lazy person. I feel like you just come into success because that's your natural vibration. I also know that Jesus rocks with you hardcore. Like Jesus walks with you every step that you take. That's part of your ancestry physically. Now, there's a lot of people that worship Jesus that have no actual connection, right? Yeah, African siblings for sure. I'm definitely picking up like that whatever this energy is, it's ancient. Like it's like Knights Templar, like something about the Holy Grail. This success is basically ensured to your bloodline because of all of the good karma that you've created. Prince of Discs, another Prince energy. So yes, definitely, two princes I'm seeing here. Wow. The Empress, but you are definitely the Empress, which means you are a divine mother of your own creation. And also what flows through you is the same divinity that flows through the earth and everything else, right? So yeah, you are definitely, you're bringing forward and birthing new ideas and new concepts and new energy all the time. Look at this. Change. You're having a lot of change happen. And this is all internal stuff. Like, this isn't like your looks are changing. This is like literally your energy is changing. It's evolving. I just noticed, I didn't know that this card had a serpent on it. I just noticed that this is a serpent wearing a crown. I had no idea. I've been reading these cards forever. Never noticed that before. So again, this serpent's biting its own tail and it's doing the infinity sign, which talks about inevitable change. This is definitely you gaining wisdom and knowledge about healing. I'm seeing the caduceus. You could have a connection to Archangel Raphael, who's an angel of healing. Yeah, you also are using your intuition and divination at this time, like your own natural stuff, to basically lead yourself into the future. So this is awesome. The star. I knew it. The star trait's been passed down your bloodline. You've always been the star. The people in your bloodline have always been stars. That's why this energy of laziness is something that's put on, that they try to put this shit onto your family, but your family just works smarter, not harder. And I think that you're the exact same way. You find ways to work smarter, not harder. There's also some type of skill and ability you haven't tapped into yet with music that's going to really, really expand just how you connect with people, basically. Wow, Imperial Studies. That's awesome. Prince of Wands. So what? We have 3 princes. So yes, you were definitely a prince. And then we are talking about your father's line. So this is just confirming double, triple, quadruple times that you have royalty and divinity in the father's bloodline, like literally. If we get the other prince to come out, the Prince of Swords, I'll be like, oh my gosh, you got all of the princes, which is definitely, you've done music, but then you got crucified. Yeah, it was just because the time that you were working in when you were doing the music was still, these a-hole entertainment company. I don't know what they are, if they're companies or if they're businesses or whatever. But when they see somebody with talent that's not going to sell their soul, they try to crucify that person, literally and figuratively. But they try to ruin. See, they want you to feel ruined, like you can't come forward. And now is the best time to come forward because these people are getting locked up. Yeah, it just wasn't the right time at that time. But that doesn't mean that you're not a talented singer. Like I said, I picked up on somebody that sang the opera that's connected to you. So yeah, you've definitely got the energy of a performer and the energy of a star coming really, really strong through here. Like I was saying with the Fool energy, I don't know if that kind of looks like Loki to me, but what I'm seeing is that if you were to enter into the music industry in the past, it would have been trickery, deception, evil, malice. Like it would have been not for your highest and best good. So that's why God's rejected and protected you, basically. because a lot of foolish people do go into the music industry and they give up their souls for fame. There's a lot of celebrities that say, yeah, I was going to ask for this. Like Katy Perry wanted to be a gospel singer or something, and then she decided to do a deal for fame instead. Like there's so many people that have done that. And I feel like you would have been in the energy of the fool if you would have tried fully to get into the industry in the past. They would have rejected you because they know that they can't take your soul, which is pathetic, but you know. Princess of Wands. Yeah, this is you stepping into your power and then bringing those skills forward, and that star trait. Like I said, this star quality is something that is given to you in this lifetime to use so that you can get your message. You can get, you're somebody that writes your own songs. Do you know how many people cannot write their own music? They can't come up with words to like form any type of, chorus. Like that's weird to me how there's these singers that are famous, yet they don't write their own music. They just buy it or they have a ghostwriter or whatever. Even these rappers, I'm picking up on a lot of them do that. So you being able to write your own music, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal. It just makes you so much more self-sufficient, So yeah. You've not even dived into writing yet. Oh my gosh. Wow. You are going to find that the words just come so easily. Just like how you wrote that mantra, literally. Definitely a future endeavor. It's going to be something that you end up working on. I do see an album that's going to come out at some point. You just have to believe in yourself again and know that literally the rejection that you got in the past wasn't because you were not good. It was because you were good. Like these record companies look for the most untalented, most easily manipulated people, and then they choose those, right? But this is just telling me that it's in your bloodline for you to basically write your own music, to write your own poetry, to bring forward this creative expression. It has to do definitely with you having good creative energy and using your throat chakra to express yourself. And just think about how the motivational things that you say to yourself, how you could put that into a song and help somebody else, right? Victory. Look at that. Yeah. If you continue to seed into yourself and to work on yourself and to work towards any type of goal, you're going to have a victory. And don't feel like your time is past. This entertainment crap, they want you to feel like your time is past and like you can't step forward now, but God saved you for this moment where all of this shit comes to the surface with these celebrities. God saved you for this moment because you're a celebrity in the spirit. Straight up celebrity. Yeah. A lot of you're having a victory over this debauchery. This is what the record labels use to take people down. They basically control people with sex, rugs, and music. And that's their whatever plan. But you have already had a victory over that, over all of those temptations. And you're not a clout hungry weirdo. It's like some people that want to be famous, they don't have the star energy and they're like usually clout hungry and they're definitely strange. This is normal for your bloodline to be in the limelight, is what I'm seeing. Look at that, the universe. So it may be words that you bring to the forefront that help the universe. Yeah, that's a big mission. But you have definitely different parts of your mission. You may end up writing a book of poetry. You may end up writing something about gardening. Like there's so many different possibilities here. I just see the universe is open to you. And literally this debauchery that, they had basically put this shit on anybody that has any talent. It's kind of fading away. So the universe being open to you, that's a really good sign. Because the universe is manifesting what you ask for, pleasure. Yeah, what you're doing is pleasing the universe. It's making the universe happy. And so even if you feel like, oh, it's just like, how do I get from A to B? All you have to do is start. Just start with little baby steps. And then once you get your goal in sight, make a vision board of it, Yeah. But, how are you going to bring people together with love? You could open a spiritual center, a health center, or you could write music, write songs that people will relate to, that will bring love to the universe. This is what pleases the universe. You using your gifts in any way to help other people do these divine works is what pleases the universe. And that's like stepping into your north node and knowing that you're never going back to the south node, the moon. So again, I'm not getting a bad energy when I see this moon. Usually the moon card talks about secret enemies and stuff. There will be somebody that tries to undermine your efforts, but it's not going to work. Their efforts are futile. This is somebody who's lazy. Okay, like a copycat energy. I want you to still create. Don't be afraid of copycats. Copycats are going to try to do what they do, but you're the one that has the ability to create more songs, more words. Don't share your energy or your time with this person. Somebody that may come in to want to work with you or give you an offer, Yes. Okay. To do mostly healthcare to serve other people with a side of creative endeavors. Okay. I definitely see that. Like I was picking up on some type of clinic or, I think I said spiritual clinic or something. This Knight of Swords is a very good energy. It means that whatever you create is protected. You're also a very loving being. You bring love to people when they're, sick, when they're not feeling good. There's so many people that work in healthcare that should not be, like straight up, because they don't have empathy. And you need empathy so you can like understand what the other person's going through so you know how to help them. But yeah, I do feel like, you're of service to others. And as long as you stay being of service to others, you may be connected to science as well. Like that may be an interest of yours. Like it could be like quantum physics, or it could be some other. I think quantum physics is really interesting. It could be or even the occult is kind of sciencey. So it could be something else that you study as well that is related to science. That's very interesting. So you could also end up being a therapist or somebody that helps others process death, like any type of trauma, really. I like it though. Yeah, this is a good energy. You're going to be of help to a lot of people. And the people that literally, you're going to have quite a few people want that in the workforce copy you because they want to be you. But there is no being you. You are yourself. You know what I mean? This person, they can't compete where they don't compare. Let's just say that. And so you may find that people try to compete with you, but just like I said, they don't compete where they don't compare. And you being in hermit mode has taught you so many good lessons about other people, right? This royalty energy. Now you know about that. This is like beautiful. You're going to have a deeper awakening that's going to help you bring forward all of these gifts and then apply them to your life. So you could just get a journal, and anytime that something catchy or a mantra comes to your mind, write it down, in that journal. And then after months of time, you'll have a whole journal full of lyrics, right? So yeah, that's what I'm talking about, taking little baby steps forward and still working in medicine, healthcare. I really like that. Yeah, but spiritual healing for sure. I definitely get like herbology, or working with herbs, working with resins, working with teas, all that type of stuff. So you may be a very natural healer. All right. So yeah, creative endeavor with your normal endeavor, which would be I would say probably the medical field, but you may help people cure cancer and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. You're going to be partially a therapist, partially somebody that tells people herbs and all that stuff. Okay. Well, I'm glad that that message helped you and it all made sense and stuff. All right, let's do the next question. Okay, future career. So we're going to use the Santa Muerte deck. And let's see what's coming about future career. Okay. For Rack Dawn. I'm so sorry. I try to say that every freaking day, but it's like Rack on. Okay. So, anyways, I tried it again. Kind of wasn't very successful with it the second time, but I'm working on it. So, okay. Oh, okay. I'll call you Rack or Rachel or Rach. I'll just call you R. That's kind of easier. Okay, let's see. So your career. So what are you doing for your career as of right now? Are you looking for a career? Are you looking for a job? 3 of Cups. This is good. Whatever it is that you're doing or you're about to do is going to bring abundance. Like a harvest that you'll actually get to celebrate with people. Whoa, these 2 just flew out. So anytime that cards fly out and they fall a certain type of way, like this one's, you can't see the face up card. This one's, I always read that as like the one that's face up shows me what we do know about the situation. The one that's face down usually shows me what we don't know about the situation. Or we could look at is this being what's in the conscious mind and this being what's in the subconscious mind. So this 3 of Pentacles, so you got 3 of Cups to the 3 of Pentacles. Yes, what you water, see this guy planting stuff in the garden? What you water will grow and will flourish. And then we have the 2 of Pentacles. So this could be coming together with another person and collaborating. Whatever it is, this is positive. This is just showing me that also that to be aware of the dual nature in people. Okay, yeah. So you are focusing on yourself and trying to make you're depending on becoming a nurse, right? Is that right? It's not that you're depending on a nurse taking care of you, depending on becoming a nurse. Okay. Yeah, so I feel that this is going to happen for you. You trip out way too much. I feel like you're looking at your past with it's like skewed. It's kind of like you're only seeing your failures, and that's not true. Look at this, the sun. Yeah, whatever you plant will grow. This is like the growing of your seeds. You're watering them, you're tending your garden, you're taking care of yourself. I feel like you're learning how to take care of yourself. Oh, you need to study the new technology. So that may be the only hurdle is just studying that technology. But as far as using the technology, I don't see any problem there. I'm also getting that, you may be bounced around, like, how there are nurses that, so you may end up being an on-call nurse part of the time where you come in and you're basically on call for a certain amount of time, but you get paid to be on call. That's what I'm hearing is that you may be an on-call nurse or a nurse that they transfer to different departments because they're low on staff. So this just shows me that you obviously, when it comes to the nursing field, you're going to be able to thrive in the different departments. Okay. I am a little bit worried about this hospital overworking you, but that's going to be a boundary that you have to set up with them. The 8 of Pentacles. Yes, money, money, money. Yeah, I feel like that the job could end up being a little bit, first of all, you don't have any problems dealing with blood, right? I know that blood can really trigger somebody to like, it's not nurse. What is it then? Oh, you're depending on nurse to take care of your mom and dad. Okay. Interesting. I did see something about that before, but I was reading somebody else's energy when I picked up on these 2 female energies that were like not good. So whatever it is that you're working on, continue to work on that. You're going to have a harvest. Now, so you're relying on nurse. Is it 1 nurse or 2 nurses? Software engineering. Okay, thank you. Software engineering program. There you go. Okay, yeah, that actually makes sense. Okay. Your dad has blood disorder. Okay. So what was I just saying about blood? I was just talking about that. Why was I seeing blood? Okay. So you have one nurse. Okay. So I am seeing that. Well, okay. How long have you had this nurse? Is this a brand new nurse? Okay, you did a bone marrow test 2 days before. Have you gotten the description back or the answer back? You got a good doctor. Good. Okay. Well, I'm seeing success for your personal life. I'm also seeing a harvest coming in. She's just 1 week old. Okay. Are you planning on getting 2 nurses for your father? Because that's what I'm picking up on. When I see this 3 of cups, I see a celebration with 3 people, which I would be like 2 nurses and you being able to have a good harvest. Okay. So yeah. Whoever these old nurses were, they were not good. I picked up on 2 feminine energies before, and I think that this actually had to do with your reading as well. Is that these two old energies are being swept away by spirit. The Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so this new nurse, maybe she's like new to treating whatever type of disorder this is or something. But I feel like you've got somebody that can be trustworthy. They bring their own stuff and they bring their own stuff and you remove them. Good. The new nurse is named Madhu, is doing good. Yeah, I get a good vibe from this person. See, they bring their own stuff. They don't rely on you to have everything. I like that. And I like that the energy that this person has, much better than the other energy that was around. You can trust this person. They're not going to steal from you or anything like that. Okay. I hope she sticks around too, because she's actually a really good nurse. Now, when you have 2 nurses, like the 2 nurses that you used to have were in cahoots with one another. They were doing criminal shit. I don't know what was so bad with them, but bad energy. This new collaboration that you have, basically you have one nurse that's leaving work for another nurse to do. I could see resentments forming, but I get that you're going to get 2 people. Maybe this other person's not going to be as nice as this first nurse, but they're still going to, they're not going to harm your father. Like the other people, I just have bad vibrations from them. So let's see. Yeah, look at that. The One of Swords, protection from the universe. Absolutely. This connection's being protected. It's also a good deal for this nurse because this person really wants to help other people. So, yeah. So if you're working on the engineering, the technology engineering, you may end up having a lot of nurses around you, or you may end up getting sent to different departments or something. That's what I keep hearing, is something about when you get a job, they're going to work you really hard. Like there's just going to be a lot of work to do or something like that. You may end up having your own clinic, or you may go from one clinic to another working on all of the technologies. And so that could also keep you very, very busy, right? Okay. So continue to do your studies and all that good stuff, because you're being led down the correct path. Your path is actually being protected. I'm also getting that whatever this change is, that with these new people and their new energies coming into your father's house, this is going to actually lighten up the energy and bring in a bit more happiness. Yes, they must take full responsibility of parents. So yeah, it would be really great if you could have just this one nurse and not need 2 people. But I am getting that obviously this person's going to have to need a day off at some point, even though they're a very good caregiver. And this person has taken care of a lot of people until the moment where they passed. And this is somebody that you definitely want around, because they're going to be able, they just know all the medical stuff that needs to be done. Also, I'm getting that I'm hearing garlic. Does your father not eat garlic? I'm hearing something about garlic. I don't know. Garlic and the blood. I don't know what that is about. So maybe looking into what your father's diet is. Maybe that's what this new nurse is going to do, is help your father eat better. Yeah, I'm picking up on garlic for some reason. Like maybe it's going to help detox the blood or something like that. Yeah, I'm not sure if he eats that. Yeah, it might be, sodium is low. Okay. So yeah, this nursing aid that is here, it would be perfect if this person could do all of the work by themselves, but they'll eventually need time off, and because they have their own personal life as well, of course. So you will need to find another person, but I feel like this new connection that comes in is going to be protected as well. 6 of Wands. Look at this person reaping. They're literally reaping what they've sown. So yeah, you've sown really good seeds. Okay, you might join some other investment bank as programming software engineer. Okay, that also makes sense, because I was seeing being sent from place to place to place. And if you are programming software engineer, that absolutely, yes, I can definitely feel how frustrated you are with the parents' care. I know that it's definitely, I just saw blood again. I looked down at my finger and I saw blood again. I don't know why maybe your father does blood testing strips with his fingers or something like that. Yeah, you want to give all the responsibility to the aides so that you can work. I definitely feel like this new person, you can give the responsibilities over to. Okay, they're going to do a good job. Your father may be a little bit of grumpy, but this person's going to balance out that grumpy. It's sugar tests that he's doing on. Okay, that's why I saw the blood coming out of the finger. So yeah. Yeah, this is you being able to work right here and it being protected. So let's see. The 8 of Cups. Okay, so, these other people had to walk away, basically, these other 2 maids, and they walked away without getting any part of the harvest. Like, I feel like that these maids could have gotten also fired from their company or whatever. But yeah, I don't feel like you need to worry about this situation happening again. Yes. So what I get is that this doctor is much better than the care that he had previously. Okay, you've got somebody that's actually like specifically designed, or basically, okay, they've been removed in the agency also. Yeah, they had to walk away because of what they tried to do to reap your harvest or your parents' harvest, which is silly. But yeah, you're going to be able to work and everything like that. You just need to find another nurse. And maybe you should ask if this nurse knows another one, because it would be really good if this nurse that you've got could be on good terms with another one. She is a lady doctor. Awesome. Awesome. I love to see bad women, badass women, badass bitches being in positions of authority and really helping people. I love that. So yeah, this feels really good. This feels really good. So yeah, less worrying and more putting the responsibility, because you are searching for another person. Asking this nurse if she knows of anybody else like her, because you want somebody that's like this woman. I mean, if this woman could be 100% full-time living with your parents and taking care of them, I would trust this woman with anything. Like I would leave money, or you could literally leave money just sitting out and this woman would not touch it. So this is what I'm saying. You can trust this woman. She's not a thief. She's not a scammer, and she's not a murderer or anything like that. So you can definitely trust her. I would ask, yeah, you worry for money. Well, when you're doing this work, you need to walk away from that worry, because when you do this work, you're going to be making quite a bit of money. You're going to be making good money. So, the Ace of Pentacles. Well, look at here. Everything that you water will grow. And then you have the sun. And what does that do? Everything that you're planting and watering will grow. And then you have the Two of Pentacles. Look, this is the two nurses right here. This is the help that you need. So this is a good sign. Also, the Eight of Pentacles shows me you're going to be able to afford. Yes, after working or having a job. Okay, I would still put it into the mind of this other nurse to look around, see, I just see if she knows anybody. Maybe she has a sibling or something like that that needs a job. But I get that this woman's got such good energy. It'd be nice for you to find another person just like her or that knows her, something like that. And don't be afraid that the last thing that happened is going to occur again. That energy is done and over with. You have protection from that. She was telling you to call your sister. You should call your sister. If your sister, yes, you should call your sister. Your sister could possibly, help. Yeah, calling your sister and asking, because the faster that you can get somebody hired, and I'm not saying that your sisters be the one to take care of your parents, but she may be able to financially help if she doesn't live not your Madhu's sister. Well, whoever this is that you consider your sister, you may want to ask them for help, because even if they can't help you Nurse Madhu's sister. Yes. If this woman's got a sister, that's what I was picking up on, to have her ask about that. Look at this. The 10 of Wands. This is a big burden that okay. So just understand that this is a big burden that's getting put on these nurses, but they're getting paid to deal with these burdens, right? So, you're going to get through this. It's going to be difficult just because you've experienced the previous. It's literally the fear that's lingering from this previous experience with these other people. Asked you to call her and hire her. Oh my gosh. And you told her to hold. Okay. Well, when you've got the money, then call her and hire her. Because because you're not having the money right this second. Yeah. So continue to do all of your studying and everything. Okay. Because and definitely when you've got the money, as soon as you've got it, contact this other person, okay? And have them and ask them if they want a job, because literally this is going to make your life so much easier. You'll have, this is what I was saying, is that you may end up working on salary and they may overwork you. But that's just what I was getting, as far as working at a clinic, or you may go to multiple clinics. Okay. So yeah, continue to apply for stuff. Make sure that you've got your resume up where people can see it. And also I heard word of mouth is also going to help you. Okay. All right. Who is the next question? Sorry, you guys. Okay. What blessings are coming towards you? What a great question. Thank you for asking that. Okay. Let's see. I think I want to use this Soul's Journey. This one. Okay. So, Shakuntala. All right. You've got a lot of peace coming your way from whatever situation you were dealing with. I'm also getting that you have overcome some major adversity just within the past 3 weeks. And this is I accept the challenges are the best way to learn. You've been facing challenges, but these adversities are what's bringing in your blessings, basically. Oh, Domini. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I'm already in Shakuntala's energy. So I'll do your question next. Okay. Yeah. The chat is moving so fast. It's it's so hard for me to backtrack. So through this adversity, you're entering into a period of happiness. This is what I'm saying. Every time that an adversity comes your way, you're basically up leveling and you get a whole bunch of happiness. It's because you overcome the adversity. A lot of people don't even overcome the adversities that come up in their lives. And I'm not picking up on somebody that's sending anything to you. I'm just picking up on you just having to overcome day-to-day things. Now, honesty. So you being very honest with yourself. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can see it from myself. This is super important. Like I said, peace, happiness, honesty, and peace. So from this adversity, you're also finding new ways to laugh right now at the situation. When things get so serious, it's like kind of better almost just to take a step back and laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? At the lighter side of it, because it's providing you freedom. And this freedom is boosting your self-esteem. It's projecting you into your purpose, right? Which is, I know what I am here to do, to be of service to other people. When you do this, it's going to bring you massive success. You're already going through an expansion and a growth period right now, and you're having a lot of changes, but these are not negative changes. These are positive changes. Actually, I don't know if any change is negative. I guess there are changes that we wouldn't want, but change is linked in with growth. See, you've forgiven somebody, something, maybe it's God, maybe it's yourself, maybe it's other people. You've forgiven their failures, okay, because people were judging you in the past and they were causing you grief. And this was because of their guilt, okay? You were dealing with somebody that was emotionally manipulative. That's what the adversity was getting past this person and their emotional manipulation and their guilt tripping. Yeah, now you're finding how to have gratitude for your experience, and you're learning about empathy, right? I'm open to seeing both sides of the situation, because even though adversity will look to us through our lens, like our eyes, it'll look to us as one thing. But when you can look at it through the eyes of source, you can see that the adversity was something that you needed to go through so that you could learn how to find your true happiness. That makes sense. So I'm only doing this person and then Domini right after this, and then I'm going to be ending the reading because I'm already at an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, you could have been dealing with somebody that was a little bit envious. This person's in regret. They also blame themselves and they blame other people, but they're basically blaming themselves why they didn't make this decision that you made. And basically you had to choose to forgive and to let go. And so again, that's what this person's not understanding. They don't understand forgiveness. And maybe you were dealing with somebody that sometimes our family members will be the ones that cause adversity, and they're the ones we have a lot of karma to work out with. That's why we chose them as family members, if that what makes any type of sense. You have a fight with your free male friend over a small issue. Yeah, absolutely. Over a very small issue. Look at this: love and perseverance, relationships. Okay, so yeah, you're going to persevere, and you guys are also going to be making new relationships at this time. This denial was part of your imagination. I feel like you have a newfounded courage, and you're also taking better care of your health because you're surrendering the things that do not serve you to the divine, which is, I'm going to say yes, 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 right? Also, just because you fight with somebody doesn't mean that you can't trust them. I'm seeing trust as being something that's hard for you to trust people. And I absolutely understand that. But it's about trusting yourself to lead you to the right people. Should you wait? I think you should wait a little bit and allow yourself to heal a little bit more. But yeah, being disciplined. Basically, so Josh says that I can accomplish anything that I set my mind to, right? Yeah, she's your closest friends for sure. I would just wait a few days for the anger to clear. You know, when there's just like that dense energy, right? Yeah. It's just like when anger is still present, you don't want to force the issue, but things are going to work out fine. This person, because this person may be in denial about their own fears, right? And it's a denial about fear of change. And so it's okay for your guys' relationships to change and for you guys to grow and for them to become deeper or bigger. Friendship, look at that. A change to your friendship. This doesn't necessarily mean a negative change. This is something that you both can grow from. And the more disciplined you are to trusting yourself in the universe, the easier things are going to be, because it's really only your own resistance that's like, and the anger that you feel from the disagreement. Literally, I feel like this is not something that's major. This is not something that's going to ruin a friendship or anything like that. It may change the way that you view friendship in general, but this is a learning experience for you. Okay. Abundance. Yes. Yay. Abundant friendships. That's awesome. Let go of any fear that's attached to the lack of abundance or any scarcity mindset. Again, those thoughts, any thought that's going to take you down an insecure pathway is not a thought that you need to be thinking. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do the last question, which was, who was it? How long will the anger last? It may be like a week. It's not going to be any more than like a week. Just, the anger may still be there, but most of it is like unprocessed anger from feeling like trust was like you couldn't trust or something. But the more that you surrender that, the easier things are going to be. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah. Divyanasha. That's the last person, isn't it? Well, it's going to be the last person for today. Okay. You're welcome. So yeah, go ahead and ask your question. And then based off of your question, then I can choose what deck. But it's awesome having all these different decks. They like literally help. Past love question. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see. So I like using the Twin Flame Tarot, Awakened Path Tarot. I just think that it gives such a more positive spin on the different cards than a lot of, well, tarot can just be brutal, right? All right, so let's see here. Past love situation. Okay, so I'm always going to tell you that usually going back to the past is not where you want to go, but there's a boy from your college of 6 years ago. Okay, wait. Whose question am I answering right now? Okay, Dominique okay, he loved you but didn't confess. Sagittarius energy. Okay. Do you still talk to this person? Because that is what I would say the first step needs to be. All of your friends know and texted him on IG and he blocked you, but he still loves you. Oh, what is IG, you guys? I don't know what that means. Is that like, oh, Instagram. Is that what it means? Okay, cool. So I definitely feel, yeah, I feel this person's energy is pretty potent. I'd see them being with other people though. You're a Pisces. Okay. So that's water, and then Sagittarius is fire. Four of Wands. Look at this. Home and reunion, stability and belonging, celebration. So yeah, this is just reiterating that, you have a connection to him in the past. I do feel like he's off and on with a female energy. That could be why. Yeah. This person is not very high compatible for them, for this masculine. This is somebody that's a Page of Cups. They don't, other than their body and, okay, I'm just going to say that this person that he's dating is got some stuff going on with them. Like they may have a banging body and a beautiful face, but there's something ugly on the inside about this person. They have a lot of inner child healing, and it's kind of a weird energy. So yeah, let's see though, because I don't feel like this is something you should give up on, but I also don't feel like you should be sitting around and waiting for somebody to come back. You know, like I don't get that he hates you. I get that he still has feelings for you. So this is weird why he blocked you. Nine of Wands, resilience, close to succeeding, persistence, and fatigue. Yeah, so what I am picking up on this other female energy, but she's not even, yeah, he still loves you. This person's not coming up, you know, anything higher than a Page of Cups. And so I feel like that's something duly noted here. Two of Pentacles, balancing resources, flexibility, and adaptation. So he could be trying to balance his finances right now. I also feel like his family could be pressuring him to like get married. Like that's crazy. Well, it's not crazy. That's probably actually really normal for families to be like, I want you to have a wife and kids, but they want him to choose now. That's ridiculous. The person that he's with right now is not a choice. They're not a real choice, right? Oh, okay. His religion's preventing him. Thank you. That's why he's dating this pussy on nothing lady. Okay. That makes sense. Thank you for telling me that you were trans. This absolutely makes sense now. Okay. But yeah, so he is on the DL. He is still in love with you. Like that is wild. This is a love that's coming from another lifetime. Did you know about that? Yeah, I was getting, that he's like this female energy that he's talking to, like this is probably where the pressure is coming from his family. Again, like I said, her pussy's on nothing and she's only looks good. Everything about this person screams traumatized and not right to me. And so that's when I saw it by the Four of Wands. I went, wait a minute, like this is not somebody that would even enrich this person's life, right? The Six of Wands, success and victory, triumph and rewards, recognition and praise. So Six of Wands. So do you have some type of clout or public fame, or does he? Because this is talking about, if this person makes a choice, but that was 6 years ago. Okay. Did he meet a girl? He broke up with a girl because he loved you and told you that. Yeah. I don't think that this is the same girl from 6 years ago. I think this is a new girl. See this Queen of Pentacles? Somebody is trying to pressure this man into getting married and having children. He doesn't want to do that. So that's where you're dealing with a lot of this resistance. Where did he meet her, Spirit? Where did he meet this one? Online? He met this person online. So yeah, this isn't a friend of a friend. This is just like literally somebody he met online. But they do live in the same area. I'm getting that he is really struggling to have sex with this person. See how the Queen of Pentacles is pregnant? I'm literally getting this humongous pressure on my chest, and it feels like that this person's family is trying to make them get married and have a baby. Okay, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. After I'm done with Damini, I will answer Divyanasha, okay? And then we'll shut it down for today. So he's looking for somebody that can fill this role. But again, this man doesn't want to have children like that. Okay, Divya, thank you. So yeah, this person doesn't want to have children like that. This pressure that's coming from their family to commit to a woman. I also feel like this person has bad taste in women. Whatever this Page of Cups energy is not anything to write home about, and so he may be looking for a placeholder, just like how some men that are on the DL will not tell their parents. Yeah, bad taste in women for sure. They will not tell their parents the truth about themselves, and then they end up spending most of their life living a lie when they really want to be with somebody else. That's the feeling that I get. And it makes me kind of sad because I feel like people should be with who they love. And as long as that person is of age, I don't think there's a problem with people being with the people that they love. But this person's family wants grandchildren. I mean, that's it innately. This isn't even about this person. They're from their family's point of view. They want prodigy. They want a legend or a legend. They want a legacy. They want a child. That's literally what they want. This is not even about this person really being with somebody that makes them happy. This Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity, abundance, prosperity, security, and stability. I feel like he's trying to change see, this is the thing. And this is what I'm going to say for everybody. Regardless of what your religion is, if you are a certain type of way, it's better to just be like, if you are bisexual, if you are homosexual, it's better to be who you actually are than to try to live a lie, because you'll end up wasting your entire life trying to become something that you never were in the first place and were never meant to be. And this is where I tell people that a lot of people, this is an emperor energy. It doesn't mean that he's old. It just means that this is a divine masculine energy. I feel like this person is trying to change they're trying to change themselves into being somebody that can be with a woman. But I'm telling you, this person is having a very hard time having sex with this woman. I mean, the very thought of having to impregnate this woman makes this person feel sick. But they're getting so much overwhelming oppression and pressure. And it's coming from religious belief, and it's coming from their family, their external family, mother, father, sister, brother, that type of thing. Like, pushing this man to, and so it would be best if he was honest with his family and then just followed what his heart. But I feel like it's going to be at least another 6 months of this man trying to change himself before he even realizes that, living a lie is going to hurt him and hurt everybody around him. So yeah, let's see if he's going to, let me ask. It's always about the right questions. It's like when I can get the correct question to ask Spirit, I always get the best answers. So let me ask in a different way. So is he going, okay. I can feel that he has more courage of getting back with you than he does impregnating this woman. He's like, just really doesn't want to do that. And I feel like, if this is truly about children and not about controlling and manipulating this man's life, and if this is what their family is after, truly after children, then incubations could be done, or whatever it's called when you get artificial insemination. Like, that can actually be done. So again, this is just traditional settings trying to force traditionalism on somebody who is not traditional. Their lifestyle is just not traditional. But I don't get that this man's trying to hurt anybody. He just needs to learn that he can't please everybody, 10 of Cups. Okay, I do see a reunion happening here. Harmony, family. But again, if this person were to ever come out of the closet, they would experience multiple setbacks due to their family, their religion, and the people around them. So if he were to come out with it. But I do get a good sign of emotional stability. See, there's this emperor is in his divine feminine energy. So yeah, I do feel like he is going to have the courage to come back to you, but it's not going to be for a minute. Ace of Swords, clarity and truth, new ideas, victory and triumph. Look at that. Like, this person's going to be safer if they are just true to who they are. But again, it's not ever going to be your job to make this person come out of the closet or anything like that. This person needs to, understand that, if you're a man and you love another man, or somebody that's trans, then that's what it is. You can't force your heart to love somebody that you're not attracted to. Does that make sense? So so will he confess his love to you? Most likely at some point. But right now he's got you blocked because he's facing all of this pressure, and it's almost like bullying is what I'm picking up on, that his family is bullying him into like framing him with this artificial life that's not full of anything, right? Where I feel like, you know, this is a divine masculine energy. You hold divine feminine energy. I feel like you guys could come together and create something. But again, if this is why this emperor is under so much pressure. I feel like people will really judge this person based of sexuality, and that's why this person's willing to sacrifice their fucking happiness. That's crazy. So yeah, I think 6 more months of him trying to, I don't mean to laugh, but he is having a very hard time getting it hard to have sex with this woman. Like, this is what I'm just seeing is a very big issue. He's going to continue to struggle with that. And then when he's done struggling with that, it may be that this woman finds out about his down low behavior and walks away. There is going to be some point in 6 months that there's going to be, a break. And at this point, you guys may end up having a picnic, or you guys may end up coming together. The clarity and truth will be revealed. And then from that point, you guys could, devise of a plan just to be with one another. He may always want to have somebody on the outside covering up his true lifestyle. But I'm telling you, if he goes down that route of trying to cover up the way that he is, that's just going to hurt a lot of people. And then intentionally bringing children into the world and lying to them about your own nature, that's going to hurt any type of child that their family's forcing them to basically have. Yeah. It's definitely, man up to confess to you. Yeah. Because the religion is going to say what religion says. And religion says what it says, because if men were allowed to freely and openly be in love with one another, then we could very well, because women can be a pain in the ass. And I love women. I love men. I love both. But like, women can be a pain in the ass. Just think about back in the day where, all of these Masonic cults and everything like that. If men were allowed to be with men, then the population of the human race would go down, right? Okay. So, yeah. So, this is like not something that's impossible. I would definitely give it some time. You may end up meeting somebody within the next 6 months that is not wanting to hide their lifestyle. Does that make sense? Yes, his parents' beliefs are in the way. It's just like it, but he's also been ingrained with those same beliefs. And so it's very sad. I don't like to see when people hate themselves, because you should never hate yourself for the way that you naturally are. Because a lot of the times, when you're experiencing any type of sexual anything, whether it's trans or bisexual, a lot of the times it's, the original soul that was in the body decided to leave, and it was like, I'm done, and a new soul walks in. That's why such a transformation happens. And I think it's beautiful, because it's, not wasting the human body. Okay, thank you. All right, so we're going to go on to Divyanasha. Okay, thank you. Future love commitment. Let's see here. Okay, is there somebody that you have in specific mind, or is this like you're wanting to manifest a person? Because I get that you've got a couple of options that are low. They're just low vibrational because they're low compatibility. So let's see what's in the way. You're very welcome. I hope that helped you. Wow, the world, completion, closing cycles, achievement. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you guys too. Oh, is it your ex, Arjun? Well, now that we talk about his energy, it might be. Nine of Pentacles, efforts and success, achievement, independence, self-sufficiency. So you could be feeling very self-sufficient. Well, I was picking up on that you have a couple of people that are interested in you, but they haven't like vocalized that to you yet. So you may have a couple of options. This X is not horrible for you, but I'm not going to say that going backwards is always the answer. I feel like there was a few things in the relationship that he didn't want to work on, and these are not huge things. There's just a few of them that he didn't want to work on. And so he takes those things into the next relationship. So I feel like, by attracting somebody new, you're basically drawing in a whole new experience. There is something stabilizing about your energy. You broke up in December of 2022. This person thinks about you quite a bit. Maybe if this person comes to your mind, it may be because they're thinking about you. Ace of Cups, new love. Yes, this is somebody new that's coming in. Ace of Cups, new love. Yeah, you're independent. New love and feelings, emotional awakening, intuition, spirituality. What I was getting is that whenever you bring your energy to a relationship, it stabilizes the other person. He does come to your mind quite often. Yeah, he may be unknowingly just thinking about you, and because he compares all of the women that he's been with, all the people, whatever this is, he compares them all to one another. And so I feel like he does look in the past quite a bit, and it's only because you're not with somebody right now that he's coming up to mind, because you're thinking of like the next person, I want them to be different in this and this type of way, right? So this success and victory, triumph and reward, recognition and praise, this may end up coming from a new lover. You may end up meeting a celebrity or somebody that's kind of like a guru, or maybe they're famous or something. Knight of Pentacles, practical and reliable, slow and steady, committed, patient, conservative. So this is the energy of the ex that you have, okay? You brought a lot of stability to their life, and I feel like they're missing that stability because it's emotional stability and mental stability and physical stability. But I also get that this new person that's coming in is going to come up higher than a knight, because knights are fleeting energies, right? They come and they go. Four of Cups. So yeah, this is just basically talking about where we are right now. Contemplation, feeling disconnected, discontented, and bored. So yeah, you could have been bored with that connection a little bit. I feel like the person that's coming in is going to be, yeah, you always want to marry a celebrity. That is so funny. That's so funny. That literally might be a possibility. And if that's what you're focusing on, then absolutely. There are some celebrities I look at and I'm like, what? Why did they marry this person? It's usually because they had kids with them or something. Look at this. King of Pentacles. I told you there would be somebody higher. And look at this man holding a baby. So yeah. Yeah. Abundance and prosperity, security and stability, protective and provider, reliable and a father. So yeah, this new energy that you draw in is going to be somebody, like I said, was just saying about having kids, that they may already have children, or you may have children with them. Very famous and charming. Wow. But you think you're very ordinary. I don't know. I don't think you're that ordinary. Page of Swords. So when you meet this person, there may be people that like compete for their time and attention. This King of Pentacles that you get with in the future, this may be 3 to 6 months, or it may be even 9 months from now. Whoever they are, they're going to have people around them that basically try to find out information about whoever they're seeing, right? You have a purity about you that other people don't have, most of other people. And this King of Pentacles is going to be able to see that. Also, they're a reliable father. They could have children, and this could also be them wanting to have children. The 10 of Wands. So this Page of Swords, there's going to be somebody that spies on you. This very well feels like a celebrity wedding. I don't know what, but this burden and stress, anxiety and defeat and burnout is definitely somebody that's spying on this man. They're right now spying on this person. Like, they pull cards on this person every day. So maybe there is somebody out there that's also trying to pull cards on this celebrity that you're interested in. Or you may end up getting with this person and then they become famous. It's something like that. It's like they could either be famous. Yeah, this person that's spying on this person is in the 5 of Pentacles. They want this person. Yeah. So I would continue to move forward. Okay. This other person that's going to try to compete with you, they're going to basically bring information to this King of Pentacles when you start dating him, telling him that there's this, and this wrong with you, but I'm getting that this is all bullshit. This person knows. People do this. Yeah. People do this to famous people all the time, spy on them and try to break up their relationships and shit. So, but King of Pentacles, that's somebody that's mastered their own emotions. They've mastered abundance and prosperity, security, stability. They're very protective. They're a provider, and they're a reliable father. Yeah, the Hangman. This man's going to sacrifice this spy energy. When you guys get together, it may be that he ends up stop being friends with these other masculine energies, or may stop being friends with other women, or whatever this is. This is basically to protect y'all's relationship. So I would never tell somebody to look for a celebrity, but I am seeing that here. This is probably the first time I've ever seen somebody get with a celebrity. Why would a celebrity choose you? Like I said, there's something pure about your energy. And I don't know, maybe you're beautiful on the inside and the outside. 9 of Cups, wishes fulfilled, contentment and pleasure. Yo, this is going to be one of your greatest wishes come true in this life. This is wild. I'm so excited for you. Oh my goodness. So keep going down the path that you're on, because that's how you're going to meet this person. Yeah, this Death and the Hangman, literally, he's going to be sacrificing relationships left and right to keep yours. So I like that. The King of Cups, this person also is extremely wise and devoted. He may live by the ocean, or he may love the ocean, or he may love surfing, or he may love traveling. Wise and devoted, balance between head and heart. You're going to be dealing with somebody that's actually stable. But yeah. Oh, wow. Welcome in from the UK. But yeah, I like this energy. This is great. This is good stuff right here. Okay, let's get a conclusion card. So yeah, you know, again, when you make your dream a reality, like, I love that. This person could literally be some type of famous guru or something. Like, they're going to be able to help you. 10 of Cups, happiness, family, harmony, emotional stability. So stability came out quite a few times with provider, stability, King of Pentacles. This is going to bring in a lot of joy for you. And you love traveling. Good, good. Okay. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I appreciate you guys for being here with me today. We're like at 2 hours. So anybody, if you didn't have your question answered today, make sure you come back tomorrow or whenever I'm back on here, and just try to get, when I go live, try to get into the chat as soon as possible so that I can address your question. Okay. All right. I love being here with you today. I love doing this reading. This was so much fun. Thank you guys for being here with me. Please like the video, share it, subscribe, all that good stuff. And then, yeah. Okay. I'll see you guys in the next reading. Sending you love and air hugs. You guys have everything within you that you need to succeed. So keep moving forward. All right. I'll see you in the next reading. Peace be with you. Bye.